Layla, come here. You say hi? Just going live, say hi to everybody. Say hi team. Hi everybody. Hey, how you all doing, guys? So I'm over here at one of the beautiful places in Seoul, South Korea, one of the parks here. And I thought it's a great time to, where you go, Layla? There you go. A great time to drop you guys a little video on something that's been in my mind for a little bit lately. There you go, dear. And something I've talked about with some other guys quite recently. And it was that whole kind of idea of the difference between happiness and the difference between happiness and excitement. And you know, from experience, you know, I was a big chaser of what I thought was happiness. And the big chaser of happiness for me at that stage of my life was doing a lot of chasing of things, or you know, like buying the new pair of shoes. I remember in university going and using my loan money that I got for student loans to buy the new pair of Asics Tigers because they were the coolest sneakers out there. And initially I put them on layaway, which means you pay them off and you get them when you've paid them all off. But I went back in and just paid cash because I needed those to wear out that night and probably just drink. And so that was my form of like being happy for a little bit. You know, I spent a lot of money on buying lots of you know, watches. Like I've said before, you know, I had all these watches that are currently sitting in a box somewhere that I haven't worn for years with batteries that are dead. So, you know, the moment I kind of realized and figured it all out that I was really trying to plug these holes of maybe not being totally happy by buying things that made me feel excited. Okay, so obviously I'm just going to move a little bit because the sun's getting pretty scorching hot out here right now. So what would happen is that the whole feeling of buying something new made you feel like you were happy, right? And I think we've all been there before. We're like, yeah, I feel good. I feel happy right now. And where in actual fact, that's not what it is at all. In fact, that's what I would call excitement. Now, the difference is that excitement wears off very quickly. You get that new iPhone 8, all of a sudden out comes the iPhone 10. And now you want that because you really don't care about that 8 anymore. So that's what, you know, I sort of categorize that as being excitement. Things that excite you are things where that feeling can, you know, basically disappear or deteriorate or decrease quite quickly. And that's usually things, I suppose experiences as well in a way, because, you know, jumping off a building or doing, you know, bungee jumping or whatever it is, we all know that's excitement, right? You're chasing it. It'll bring you a short-term happiness because your heart's racing, you feel good, and you get excited. But then you have to refill it again. You have to do it over and over and over to keep that buzz going. And that's why we get these, you know, we become adrenaline seekers. And adrenaline seeking can become in the form of even just going out and partying all the time. So from my experience, back in the day when I first came to Korea, was a lot about chasing happiness, was a lot about being that person that would, you know, do all the paying for things when you went out drinking and clubbing and whatnot. So you were that guy that would have, you know, pay that bill. So that made you feel good, like you belonged and that you were happy. But again, that was just another form of you know, excitement, obviously. So I suppose the message today is to really think about it. Once I sort of figured it all out, that those short-term things really didn't mean too much after that. So what I could do is sort of question myself, you know, is this really for happiness or for excitement? Because you can kind of guess that one pretty quickly. Now, the reason I sort of posted it today while I'm down here is I'm at the park just hanging out and the kids are just playing with the toys and we're just running around and you're just chilled. My heart rate's not high. I'm not feeling excitement. I'm not feeling depression. I'm actually just feeling good, content, happy to be here, happy just to hang on out. Now, the best one is when you're by yourself, because a lot of times the ones of us that chase that feeling of excitement often afraid to be alone, right? That's when you get on the phone, you call up your boys and you're like, hey, let's go out for a quick beer because I'm feeling kind of lonely and I want to get some excitement. So again, if you can sit at home by yourself and chill and feel good, reading a book or watching TV or just doing whatever, then you're kind of in a good spot, right? So for me, that realization really helped me audit what I was about to do on those certain situations. Certain friend groups, are those friend groups there because of excitement and trying to feel like I belong and trying to feel happy, or because it really was a form of happiness? So guys, I suppose here, have a little think about that. This is more one of those videos where it's a good chance for you to reflect on bits and pieces and think if you have in the past just tried to chase excitement thinking it will give you happiness, trying to fill those voids. And you know, if there's a big hole in your stomach that you're trying to fill with happiness, if it just doesn't fill up because you're trying to fill it with things or objects or whatever, then you know that's an excitement and that's not happiness, and it's not going to really help you out in the long run. All right, guys, I'm going to keep this short and sharp because, again, kids are ready to play again. They've recharged. And, you know, the K-pop group you can see in the corner here is about to crank into their dancing again, which I don't want to miss. So, you know, they've stopped, so I can't actually film video for it, but they're getting warmed up over there. Pretty sick, eh? So, I'll get to it, but thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just post them all below. Hope you're all doing super well. Again, I'll post a link up a little bit later so you can keep in contact and receive my weekly newsletter. Again, there's a lot of focus on being an expat and traveling a lot and all those kind of things, but all those things apply to everyday life as well, so don't be afraid to sign up. Each, you know, new letters and new emails coming out every week. Thursday morning will be in your inbox, and I can hit you up with some info. Okay, team, take care. Spend some good time with your family. Be relaxed. Put your phone down for a little while and just be present, which I've got to do now. I'm getting evil looks, and we'll see you all very soon. Take care, everybody. Cody out.